Hi, I'm contractor Steve Roth, and today we're going to take a look at this doorway where we're adding trim. We're going to add a heavy timber trim to this because we've got a log siding. We really want to accent that texture and that feel. The unique thing about this product is it's not actual cedar, it's polyurethane foam by Fypon. So it's going to be much easier to install, it's going to be easier to maintain for the life of this home, and I'm going to show you right now how we're going to do that. Okay, you can see we've prepared the siding. But the secret to this is we've added blocking, and what we want to do is we can take the blocking and make it to the high spot of the trim. Now when we put the actual trim casing on, you're going to see how that closes that off real nice and trims that out. But before we do that, I've got a doorbell wire here, and I want to pre-drill that. The beauty of this product is it's foam. There's no grain pattern to it at all. So when I actually drill, it's going to be very effortless. You can work right through that. Clear out to the edge and it still won't splitter. Be very easy to work with. As far as trimming the length, here again, that's the beauty of this product. It's very easy to trim. So just a hand saw. You don't even need a circular saw. Much easier. There's no grain to it. So it's going to cut very easily. Now we're ready to dry fit this and show you what we have. We got the doorbell wire up here. We're going to put that through. But before we do that, probably the most important part of any of this installation is actually using construction adhesive to adhere that to the sidewall blocking. So we want to make a nice swiggle pattern. And that's really what's going to do all the work for us as far as holding this in place. Okay. We know it fits. We did a dry fit to that. Feed the doorbell wire through. Now as far as using fasteners to this, we want to make sure we're using a non-corrosive fastener just because everything we're working here is outside. I tend to like to use deck screws. They've got a nice color to them, they're rust resistant, and they're very easy to work with. So, no pre-drilling. We're going to go right into our blocking area and even countersink a little bit. So I'd put that about every 24 inches, something like that. Remember, the adhesive's doing all the work. So this fastener is just acting as a temporary clamp till the adhesive sets up. Then, just like you treat it with wood, you're going to want to cover those fastener heads. I like to use a spackling, an exterior spackling. I countersunk that a little bit. I'm going to flush that out. And then once that spackling dries, I'll come back and touch up paint those areas. Now we've installed the right and the left casing. And as we talked about, we put the construction adhesive and the non-corrosive fasteners. The top header is going to be very similar. And that's the beauty of this Fypon product. There's not a lot of labor that's going to take to mill this out. It comes to you ready to install. I'll give you a dry fit. This is how that's going to sit on top of the casing. We're going to take that out, and here's where I install the construction adhesive. Right up top where it touches the header, put a nice bead there, and on the left-hand side as well. And just like we did the side casing, we want to make sure we're putting that swiggle of construction adhesive to the blocking, as so. We know that it fits nicely from before. And then I'll use the non-corrosive fasteners. Drive that home. If you notice, if we had to do any trimming at all, a little tweaking here and there, scribing this to the side casing where it's joining in, we could use a utility knife even. It's that simple to work with. I'm going to put a couple more fasteners in place. Looks really good. Now what I do is put the spackling, let that spackling dry, come back and touch up paint, and we got a trimmed out doorway. That log siding along with the heavy timber really works well together. They're going to have a nice maintenance-free entrance for years to come.